at their own 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wilson dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Wilson steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Now Wilson on 1st down. That's caught by Hollister. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Mack Wilson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Wilson, flush to his right. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Touch 50.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 15. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's caught inside the 25. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. They run. Chump. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. To throw, Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Mayfield looks to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Brad McDougald. CD, with that incompletion, let's look at some of the big games week 13. So these are ones that our crew probably think are the biggest 4. Let's rank them 1 to 4 as far as how big they are and what they mean. Baltimore at Buffalo, San Fran at New Orleans, KC at New England. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Chad Thomas bringing the power on the sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Throwing is Wilson, escaping the pressure right. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards. So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10 clear on the other side of the field. Now Wilson. And a quick throw here that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came back and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Being chased out left. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's T.J. Carey who picked it. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Well, a first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Mayfield off the play fake. On the move to his left. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line, I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Returnable for Lockett. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Wilson now to throw again. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth. Here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. He'll let it go deep. This is intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. On first down, Wilson flushed out right. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and Wilson to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. It's a gain of 12, first down, Seahawks. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds. Throwing again here, Wilson rolling to his right. He'll try and run it. And it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Now it's Wilson. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And the formula there on the two-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right?
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go!
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turned that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their play ball. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. To throw again on second down. Wilson buying time to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He lets it fly for Lockett. He's got a man complete. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 75 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly.